All right, and we have arrived. So after a 5.5 hour drive, we find ourselves at Lake Tyers. And this is an absolutely awesome spot. So we are right at the entrance now. And what's really cool is you just come here and you can already see there's mullet skipping in the water, there's prawns, you can see garfish. So it's a really healthy system and really scenic too, because this part here, you've got the ocean views, you've got the crashing waves, then you've got a little bit of the sandbar, and then you've got this estuary here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get back into the car and we're gonna drive to Mill Point and we're gonna launch there. And then throughout the day, those winds should die down a little bit. So we'll slowly make our way up towards this entrance. We've been catching some cracking fish around here. So we're gonna be throwing soft plastics, hard body lures, big swim baits, maybe even throw out a bait, you name it, we're gonna be chasing it. And hopefully we can get stuck into some awesome fishing action. Have a look at it. I can't wait. Let's get going.
All right, so here we are. We are at Mill Point. So it's 30k winds today, but you would not know it because it's really protected here. And you can see all the boys are just launching at the moment. So I've got the rig that's all ready to go. So you can see I've got a few rods that I'm taking out with me because lots of different techniques, catch lots of different things here. Soft plastics, hard body lures, even big swim baits. So that sort of waits, and let's see if we can pick up a decent bream or floaty on the edges. Is he in? Bads is on. I'm coming, man. Feel good? Alrighty, so we are just launching. One of the boys are screaming already. It's a good sign. No, we haven't even started. I haven't thrown the line out. Really?
Yeah.
How good's that, eh?
Mate, straight away,
Just lift him up.
he took it on the drop.
What'd you throw?
The key tape.
Oh, the big plastic?
Key tape rub. Just a little one.
Oh, no, a sec.
Yep.
Got him.
Oh, nice fish.
Well done, man.
Oh, beautiful. Hey, second cast of the day.
Before anyone else on the water.
Yeah,
Good
man.
job. All right, so here we go. So this is, to go up all the way there, so 57 centimetres. First fish, well, no one else has even thrown a line in yet.
Beautiful fish.
57 centimetres.
There you go.
Now obviously around here, the legal slot size limit is 55 centimetres. So anything over big 55 has to go back in, mate.
There you go.
Right, goes.
Yep, go on.
Good job, man.
No worries, man.
Well, there you go. That's a good start to the trip. I haven't even put my rods in the water yet. And good mate Fads has landed a 57 centimetre flathead. So it just means I'm pretty keen to get in there and get one on the board myself. So we're going to go throw a few soft plastics on the edges and hopefully get into something. Yep. Whoa! See that? Far out. Alright, so I've got these tree branches just hanging over here again. That is just prime bream territory here. So again, just working your hard body lures here. You can see obviously there's quite a few twigs and weeds just hanging out the edges there. So you just got to be careful. As I said, these are very brave casts. Like that's pretty much spot on where you want to be. Just so you're working the edge of that bank, and that way you can tempt the bream and it'll actually come out from that structure, chase that lure down and then hit it. So I know for a lot of people, you know, the idea of throwing a $20 lure or something right into a tree sounds a bit daunting, but that's where those fish are hiding. So if you want to catch them, that's what you got to do. Oh, he hit it. He hit it. He definitely hit it. Definitely tempted something out of that structure then. Oh, they're all branches there, you can see, look at that. Oh no. Oh no. It's going right for that snag. Oh my God. Woo! Made us work for that. Oh, that's a good fish. Oh. There was timber everywhere. It made us work for it. There we go, that's a good one. Oh, that was incredible. Working it back, the kayak is just drifting, and then as the line's just a little bit behind me, this bream has absolutely smashed it and gone straight underneath the tree branch. And I'm sort of got my rod in the air like this. I can feel that line rubbing against the tree branch, but we managed to pull him out. There you go. So that is a beautiful bream. And that was a really cool catch. So deep in the structure, and you can see there, they are absolutely smashing those hard body lures. And I sort of called it as a cast. I said, look, that looks really brimmy. There's no doubt there'll be a fish sitting deep within that structure. And there you go there. That is a beautiful fish. Dropped a couple of really big tailor, caught plenty of bream, but nothing of real size. So that's the mark to beat so far. And that is an absolutely beautiful fish. Right, there you go. What a beautiful fish. The old blue lips, eh? This is one of my favourite forms of fishing. And one thing I love to do is to watch these bruisers swim off. Just like that. Right in here. That's where you want to be. Now, if there's bream there, they'll smash it straight away. Yep. Yep. Yeah, good fish, man. It's heavy. It's good bream. It's real silver, this one. Yeah, it's a nice fish, man. Oh, hoo, hoo. Ah, that's a good fish. Look at that, pads. It's so girthy though. Right on the edge, man. Right on the very edge. All right, so there we go. So I've just plonked him on the brag mat, and I've underestimated his size. Look at that. He is about 42 centimeters. So that is a beautiful fish. All right, so there you go. So I actually underestimated the size of that bream. So he's 42 centimeters exactly. So it's a little bit awkward measuring him on here, but what an awesome fish. Cast that right to the edge of the banks and he smashed it on the drop. So that's just one of those mid-diving cranks in silver. And we love seeing these big bream get on their way. So let's get him back in the water. There he goes. Too good. Yep. Yep. Nice bream. There you go. Look at that. There you go. Look at that. What an awesome place. We've had just a quick call from our mates saying that they're getting into a few pinkies a couple hundred metres up, and we just saw these branches out of the water, and I thought, you know what, I've got to stop and throw one of the hard body lures at it. And there you can see there again, so it's just got that little mid-diving crank there in silver, and that is a beautiful bream there. So this one,
I'm going to give him a measure, but I'm going to say he's 38 centimeters. So that is a beautiful fish. We'll get him on the brag mat. We'll get that lure out of his gob, and we'll get him on his way. Right, and every time I release him, getting drenched. And that's why it's really important to take your time. You can see inside all these tree branches, holding the banks is where the fish are really holding. So they're very strategic in where they put themselves. And obviously there's a lot of predators in this system. So that's what they're doing. They're basically just seeking cover in areas where, you know, they probably think that the tailor and big flathead probably can't get to. But I'm just going to cast one in here. Only because we saw a little bit of movement. Can't go too far in. Just see if we can tempt something out of there. Oh, there's bait skipping everywhere. And most of this part of the system here, so we're currently in 1.6 meters. So this is a very typical depth around here. And that's why these shallow divers work really good. So this one here gets you down to about 1.2. So it means you're fishing that bottom third of the water column. And that's typically where you want your lures and your soft plastics. That's fishing. That's what you got to do. You got to kind of find what works on the day, and every day will be different. Last time we were here, we were just throwing plastics, and they were getting absolutely annihilated. We're at the moment having a little bit more success just with this hard body right against the edges. So that's what we're concentrating all our time on, is right on the bank, practically kissing the bank and then working it back. And then right on the edge of all this structure that's a couple of meters out. And what we're finding is so many of the fish today that you see jumping or chasing the lure, they're just sitting deep in those areas there. So you got to do those brave casts. And that means, you know, throwing your $20 lures and stuff right into those areas. And that's what happens. That was right in there. Another bream. Beautiful colors, and I love in here you get ones that are really nice and bright and silver near the entrance, and then as you come up here further up the arms, and we're right up the Tuluru arm today, you get that beautiful dark and gold coloration. So that's a beautiful fish. So he's in probably, you know, 34, 35 centimeter fish, and we'll get him on his way.
So there's definitely a bunch of fish just sitting there. Again, that's a good cast, right up against the timber. Just pause it and leave it there. Got him, got him. Is that a better fish?
Have a look at the mouth on this thing. So unfortunately there he's got a deformity. So certainly doesn't stop these little aggressive buggers from smashing a soft plastic. So we'll get him back in the water, and hopefully he can grow to be a much bigger size.
There we go, look at that. See you, matey, get you on your way. Oh, look at this branch just sitting out here. That looks really broomy. So you want to kind of work it in there. Tricky cast. That's all right. Birds, trees. Beautiful. Come on. Yep, got it. Yep. Just a little guy though.
Well, that's been a really fun morning, and when you consider it's 40k winds today, and really the trick has been going up all the little river arms, finding those little nooks and crannies, casting right up against the timber. Really brave cast. You know, I've been able to pull about 20 bream doing that. So it's been a lot of fun and a great way to be able to remain fishing even in, you know, here looks great, but it is very unpleasant conditions as you get up close to the mouth. So this has been a lot of fun. What should happen over the next hour is that wind should really drop. So what we're going to do is we're going to slowly make our way towards the entrance, and we're really hoping up there that's when we'll tangle with some bigger bream and some big flathead, and hopefully some pinkies, tailor, trevally, all that sort of stuff. I'm going to get moving, but what a fun morning it's been. Here we go. What do we got? Gotta love that. Holy shit. Oh, it's a big whiting. Look at that. Well, there you go. That's a surprise. It just caught a whiting. A nice one too. It actually pulled a little bit of line. And that was taken on a half pilchard, which I was using to try and catch a flathead, which is absolutely bizarre. So that's a good fish. And there you go. How cool is that? Nice big King George whiting. That's awesome. And you can see there, it's taken a size 3 Gamakatsu hook, which is meant for a flathead. So I'll get that out of his gob. Surprised he actually was able to take that and pin that. So beautiful King George whiting. And it just goes to show this entrance part here, it's full of gars, it's full of mullet, there's bait fish everywhere. And then obviously there's big flathead which are coming to feed. You've got nice big bream, and you've also got pinkies and King George whiting just like that. So that's a ripper. And that's not a bad size one. I'll tell you what, that's actually pretty good. So, but I reckon what we'll do now is we'll probably pack it in and we'll go do some land-based fishing, and tonight we'll do some prawning, and that's a great way to mix things up. I've just got my torch here, so we're going to turn that on. And have a look at this, which is fascinating. Just pan around and you can see all the mullet and garfish just everywhere. Look at them all just here. Look at them all. Yeah, everywhere. Garfish there. They're just everywhere. Look at them, you can just see them busting up. Look at those. Oh, look at that. They're busting up like crazy.
If you enjoyed the episode, then become a Fishing Mad member. It's easy to join by visiting www.fishingmad.com.au/member and gain access to an online portal that's full of helpful fishing content, including detailed workshops, fishing reports, rigging tutorials, podcasts, giveaways, competitions, maps, gear reviews, sounder training, exclusive videos, and much more. It's a great platform and helps to support everything we do at Fishing Mad, so become a member today.